Hello and welcome back to the Fact Tank channel. Today, we're discussing a topic that has been making headlines in recent years: India's new billionaires. With the rise of the digital economy, India has seen a surge in the number of super-rich individuals. However, this growth has been accompanied by widespread poverty, creating a stark contrast between the haves and have-nots. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the rise of India's new billionaires, the poverty that surrounds them, and the larger implications for the country as a whole. India's digital economy has been growing rapidly in recent years, driven by the rise of e-commerce, fintech, and other tech-based industries. The country has a young, tech-savvy population and a rapidly growing middle class, making it an attractive market for tech startups and other digital businesses. As a result of this growth, India has seen a surge in the number of new billionaires. These individuals are often the founders of tech startups who have made their fortunes in the digital economy. These individuals have access to resources, education, and opportunities that have allowed them to achieve immense wealth and success. Despite the growth of the digital economy, poverty remains widespread in India. According to the World Bank, more than 21% of the country's population lives below the poverty line, defined as living on less than $1.90 per day. The poverty in India is characterized by a lack of basic necessities such as food, water, and healthcare, as well as inadequate housing, poor sanitation, and limited access to education. Millions of people live in slums and other impoverished areas, struggling to make ends meet. The contrast between the super-rich and the impoverished in India is stark, highlighting the wide wealth gap in the country. According to Oxfam, the top 1% of the population owns nearly 73% of the wealth in India, while the bottom half of the population owns just 2.5% of the wealth. This wealth gap has wide-ranging implications for the country, both in terms of economic growth and social equality. For example, the concentration of wealth in the hands of a few individuals can lead to unequal access to opportunities, resources, and education, perpetuating poverty and limiting the potential for inclusive growth. The government has a key role to play in addressing poverty and reducing the wealth gap in India. This can include measures such as providing social safety nets, investing in education and health, and creating job opportunities in disadvantaged areas. However, the government's track record on poverty reduction has been mixed. Some initiatives, such as the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, have had a positive impact, providing employment and income for millions of rural residents. However, other initiatives have been criticized for being poorly implemented or for not reaching the people who need them the most. In conclusion, the rise of India's new billionaires and the poverty that surrounds them highlights the complexities of economic growth and the need for a more equitable distribution of resources and opportunities. While the growth of the digital economy has created new opportunities and wealth, it has also exposed the deep-rooted issues of poverty and inequality that still persist in India. To ensure that growth is inclusive and sustainable, it is essential that the government and society as a whole work together to address poverty and reduce the wealth gap. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Also, let us know in the comments what you think about India's new billionaires and the poverty that surrounds them.